Hey Capricorns, welcome to your January 2025 general reading, the first general reading of the year. Thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Coco, and before we get into it, just a reminder, this is a general reading. It is not a one-to-one private reading. If that is something you are interested in having, especially as we move into the new year, you can go down to the description box below and click the link to my website where you can book a private virtual reading with me. However, because this is a general reading, it may not connect with everybody, and if that's what's happening for you, that's perfectly okay. Just leave this reading behind and consider looking at the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs because those might connect with you better. But if this reading does connect and does resonate for you, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel. Any help at all is very much appreciated. Now, before we get into the tarot, I pulled some pre-shuffled oracle cards for you. The energy coming into your life in January of 2025, you've got number 53, listening. And when I pulled this card, my guide said listening and learning. So you could be learning something new. You might be a student. You might be working in a new job, working in a new position. You might be, just in some kind of learning process. And it might feel like you are a bit frustrated. You might feel like you are very silenced in the position, or you might just feel like you really want to talk. You really want to be at a higher position already. You really want to know what's going on. But there's this sense that for whatever reason, you just have to clam up and kind of just go with the flow, not say too much. And this is because your listening skills are being honed in this month. And when I say listening, I also mean listening between the lines, listening to what is truly being said underneath people's words. So you'll want to really look out for what people are truly trying to impart to you. And similarly, listen to your own intuition. If you feel like, if something is being said and you feel like, I feel like there's a different meaning here. I'm not sure why. I just feel like what's being said to me, there's some kind of hidden emotions that this person has about it, or maybe I am exhibiting some hidden emotions in the words I am saying. Trust your intuition on that kind of thing because that has the chance of happening in January. But overall, you're listening and learning. You might be a creative and you might be really trying to absorb things from other people, trying to absorb things from the world. You might be watching YouTube videos and trying to learn something new, watching training videos. There's an elephant on here, and the elephant is here indicative of elephants' great memories that they have. Elephants have amazing memories, so once they kind of learn something, they don't really forget it. So you might be that kind of person. You might be somebody who, once you learn something, your retention is amazing. And there's some music notes here. So again, you might be like a singer. You might be listening to certain songs that just give you some comfort. But what came through was listening and learning. Now, the two cards you're being asked to embody and step into really, who your guides really want you to emulate this month. The cards are Maeve, the Challenger, and you've also got It's Papalot, the Brave. This tells me, I'm going to read these messages for you, but these cards immediately tell me that you're in a situation where you might feel like you're a bit afraid to speak out. You're a bit tentative about what people might think, about what people might say to you. For some reason, you're being encouraged to be quite brave, quite daring and bold. Okay, so I'm going to read these messages for you now. Maeve the Challenger deals with dominance, opposing forces, and obstacles. You might be feeling like you must constantly compete or compare yourself to others. Beware gifts that are given with strings attached and words that are said to inspire jealousy or envy. Maeve is serving as a reminder that microaggressions can have a cumulative effect. If you're not addressing problems, they have a way of escalating until there is a major explosion or no turning back. It is better to notice these dynamics and shift them immediately instead of ignoring them and hoping they go away. So Maeve is asking you to be brave and to really nip things in the bud. If somebody comes to you with a weird attitude, not really hoping that their weird attitude will go away, instead just being honest and saying, is there something going on? I feel like there's some weird attitude here. What's going on? They're just kind of being straightforward and forthcoming with people. It's Papalot the Brave deals with challenges, strength, and power. This card refers to power plays and themes of dominance. Do you feel like you're being outwitted, outmatched, or deceived by others? You may have an inability to trust at the moment, along with a fear of misstepping or overstepping. Your vision is cloudy. If being forward or direct is difficult for you, It's Papalot is asking you to channel her energy and find the courage to act boldly. She fears no one, and neither should you. See every challenge as one that can be fixed, solved, or changed. You have more power and control than you realize. These cards are incredibly empowering. They're empowering you to step up, to not be afraid, to say something, be forward, be direct. This card's advice is amazing. She fears no one, and neither should you. And again, you might feel like for some reason you cannot say something, you cannot overstep, you are nervous to overstep, and you might feel like if you do say something, if you do speak out about something, you might be overstepping. And really, the cards here are saying, do it anyway. You won't be overstepping, you're just doing what's right for you. So let's see what your cards want to say. First, we'll see how else you're being guided to show up. We'll take a look at the nature of your challenges, as well as how you can overcome those challenges in the month. And, oh my God, I forgot to say, Capricorns, happy birthday. I always forget to do that. That's so annoying. Well, happy birthday. Here we are. And in honor of your season, we are going to pull a card on how you can best reach your goals this month. We will also look at the part of your life that will grow and flourish in 2025. And finally, at the end of January, we will see what's going on for you there as we move into Aquarius. Now, again, you're being guided to show up. Number 9, justice. There is justice here that needs to be served. And I feel like you are the one serving it. You're really being guided to have quite a heavy hand here with somebody, some situation. Justice speaks to truth. Justice wants you to be truthful, authentic, straightforward, and honest over everything. There might be some karmic rebalancing happening in a situation. There might be a legal situation, some kind of governmental situation, whatever it may be. You are encouraged to be very direct and forthcoming in it. You're being asked to really bring up the receipts, okay? If somebody's challenging you, keep the receipts. Make sure that you are really on top of things this month, because it feels like you are really dishing out some justice, okay? Let's see the nature of your challenges this month. What is the nature of Capricorn's challenges this month? Thank you. Yeah, you got the Hermit. A lot of major arcana here. The Hermit is actually Justice is number 11, of course. It's the scales, it's Libra. So you're trying to restore some kind of balance or keep some kind of rebalancing here in the month. And again, you're doing that with quite a heavy hand. And that's good, that's what's needed here. But also, the nature of your challenges is number 9, the Hermit. You might be struggling with finding a sense of greater purpose in a situation. You might be struggling to understand where your path is leading you. You might feel a bit lost. And the hermit is, that wise person who shuts themselves away from the world in order to find their purpose, in order to let their purpose guide them so that they can find their path. And as you can see in this card, it's like the mountains in the background are very, like they're just little brown mountains. Usually there's more detail in these cards. And that's because the hermit does not know where they're going. So you might be feeling a bit like that. Let's see how you can overcome this challenge. How can Capricorns overcome this challenge? These challenges that face them in January 2025. How can they overcome them? Thank you. The moon. You're getting all major arcana here. So this is a very important, significant situation or phase of your life that you're stepping into. This is a very important lesson for you. Speaking up and speaking out is a very important lesson for you, Capricorn. Can you tell me more about how they can overcome? Thank you. The World. All major arcana. This is crazy. Okay. You know what? I'm going to clarify this moving forward because there is some kind of lesson here. Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to clarify this now because I feel like I don't want to wait. Please clarify this moon card. Thank you. 5 of Swords. Queen of Cups. Can you tell me more about the World card? 4 of Pentacles. Okay, got it. 8 of Cups underneath. In order to understand your greater purpose here, in order to at least try to feel a bit more comfortable in your challenges, feel a bit more comfortable in the discomfort of not knowing where your path is leading you. In order to do that, there is some need to go within, to tap into your intuition and your inner world. I feel like you have answers within you. Your wisdom wants to make itself known, but you are not doing that, or sometimes you won't do it because it's self-sabotage, because you have just learned over the years, oh, it's too much time, I don't feel like meditating. Oh, I don't really feel like journaling and reflecting. It's too much time. And that's your self-sabotage speaking. That's like your bad habits speaking. The Queen of Cups here tells you it's time to go within. It's time to look at your heart. It's time to look a bit deeper at the kind of life that you want to live. What brings you joy? What fills your cup? What makes you happy? Okay? Like doing some kind of things with like water, working with water will be helpful. Maybe going in water if you're able to do that. I don't think you're able to do that here in the Northern Hemisphere, especially the northeast coast of the United States right now. It's friggin' freezing outside, but maybe you're someone with a pool. Who knows? The World card here, you might be going through a difficult Saturn transit in this moment, okay? And whatever lesson is wrapped up to this, there's a cycle ending, there's something being learned here. And as a cycle is ending, there's a new one opening up. And because of that, you are a little bit like, okay, where do I go now? Okay, where is my greater purpose in all of it? You're very fixated on that. And I like that because you're very practical in it. You're not really throwing things haphazardly to the wind. You're not saying, oh, let's try this and that and the third. You're very much like, what do I want? How can I get it? How can I take the practical steps to change the things around me, myself, to get there? Okay? And you're being asked to see things from a higher perspective about this. There's also a strong sense here that you're being guided to travel more. Okay? I clarified this earlier. So your guides actually want you to travel, to kind of get a more worldly view. See the world. Of course, do so in a practical way. 4 of Pentacles. Do so financially in ways that is practical. not doing things again haphazardly. I don't feel like you will. I really don't, but I feel like your eye is set on grander things, and your guides are actually encouraging you to go after, like, go travel, go see things that are different. And if that's what you're being guided and where you feel like you want, what you feel like you want to do, because the moon is here, it's like you know there's something else out there for you. You know what you're hearing within is correct. So follow those feelings. What part of Capricorn's life? Okay. Knight of Swords. Things are going to pick up speed for you in 2025. If life has been feeling slow, things are going to pick up speed. Decisions will be made lightning quick. Opportunities will come in. And you're like, okay, things are like needing to, decisions are made quickly. You're needing to act a bit more swiftly. And it's just life will take on a quicker energy. Let's see what else this Knight of Swords wants to say. Oh, that was weird. Okay. King of Pentacles. Somebody might come into your life. That's the sense I was getting. I wanted to be clear. You might meet an earth sign, so another earth sign. So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Somebody who, if you're single, this might be somebody who makes themselves known to you as a romantic interest, a good friend. In the realm of your career, finances, home, things are going to pick up quite quickly. Health as well. You might want to watch out for health problems that surface very quickly. Okay, that's what's coming up. If something bothers you in your body, pay very close attention to it and act on it quite swiftly in 2025, because you don't want to wait around and wait and see if something becomes more serious, okay? So act quite quickly on that. All right. How can you best reach your goals, Capricorn, in January of 2025? How can you best reach your goals? Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is here as well. Again, coming from a higher perspective of things, trying to see things and understand them from a more objective, third-person point of view kind of energy. If they're giving me the sense of you reading a story and somebody, you inserting yourself in a story, you inserting yourself as the main character. So if you were to open a book, this is such a cool analogy. I love this. Thank you. I'm saying thank you to my guides. If you were to open a book and read the book of your own life story, how do you want it to look? This is such a profound feeling I'm getting. It's really profound. It's very deep and very purposeful. Do you like the life you live? And if you read the book of your own life story, would you feel happy and fulfilled? Where do you want your life story to go? That is such a beautiful analogy. And I've never gotten that analogy before, but that's the sense they're giving me with this card. And if you're not happy, how can you move differently? How can you make yourself happy? How can you just take practical steps to move from something that no longer serves you into something that does? Okay, let's see the end of January for you, Capricorn. What does the end of January 2025 look like for Capricorn Spirit? Thank you. Five of Swords. There's that self-sabotage rearing its ugly head. Yeah, you might have trouble actually tapping into these bold, brave energies. You might have some struggles in doing so. Seven of Wands. Again, there's that competition coming in. Feeling like you got to fight for your position, or feeling like you need to keep going. You need to press forward. You need to despite other people's opinions, despite other people's challenges. You are being challenged, but you're being challenged to stop self-sabotaging. And if you're being challenged by other people, it's pressing you towards this decision, this greater decision that I'm not sure what it has to do with. Okay, so the card that initially landed is the High Priestess. So you will be doing some inner work about this. You will be trying to tap into, your intuition about this, trying to understand what it is that your heart is telling you about where you want to go, how you want your life to look, or what you want to do about a situation. So I feel like you'll be getting this kind of push and pull at the end of January. You'll be trying to step into these energies, trying to be brave, trying to say, fuck it if I overstep, whatever. But at the same time, I feel like you're being practical about it. And in order to be practical about it, sometimes you have to reel it back, which can be frustrating. Okay, so Capricorn, I don't know what is going on, but I feel like this is a very significant time of year for you, a very significant, powerful beginning of 2025 for you. So this is all I have for you today. I hope this was very helpful. And if it was, if you liked it, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel. I will see you next time for the next general reading. I hope you have a lovely rest of your January.